Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack and we have this from PC Focus. I have to say something first. Uh, I remember when I had a conversation with a cool man, actually a good man. We were talking about how certain governments did a lot of interventions and fuck up. And then we pointed out, like, well, exactly this one, how they were pushing for drugs, and then how it ended up backfiring. Then we have this. That again, we can't stop talking about Sweet Baby Inc. because, well, to surprise of nobody or anybody at the same time, there is a mixed reaction of this. Sweet Baby Inc. is funded by the Canadian government. You have this. From Alex Tejadman Baldwin. Nice name. DH funded Take This officially calls it Gamergate 2 and is also calls it harassment campaign. Folks, it's happening. Yeah, we were talking about Gamergate 2 is a thing. DHS is literally going after lore developers to make sure the lore they put in video games doesn't make gamers to become anti-woke radicals. So propaganda machine, brainwashing. All of that 1984 talking points is real. We were talking about this, and actually, you can bet you have a lot of conflict with your friends that they were just calling you a fucking idiot, and at the end of the day, they themselves end up being the fucking idiots for neglecting this. It's real. We are not sounding like, oh, look like they are going to control and brains. Well, it's a reality. The government has always been doing that. They never had the technology, but now they had it, at least to a certain degree. They know how to trick people into their fucking brainwashing. And you have this. Yes, all these grantees of this program focus on quote unquote right wing extremism, which they define as basically meaning agreeing with Ubisoft TikTok. Oh well. So apparently, one of the funding companies behind Sweet Baby Inc. was funded by Aileen Holoka. Baby Ghost, which is a subsidiary of Weird Ghost, apparently is a funding program for underrepresented, well, that was in quotes, groups of game developers in Canada. So basically, it's one ESG grift that is helping fund another ESG grift in Sweet Baby Inc. From my initial reading, one of the founders of Baby Ghost parent companies in no order that the former Night in the Woods developer. Oh shit, well, I wonder what will be. But maybe not surprising that is one of the co-founders of Baby Ghost. I heard it's the one that got self-deleted because of the false accusation of Soy Queen. Look at how fucking insane this rabbit hole can get. So yeah, you have Sweet Baby in here. The rabbit hole keeps getting deeper. Yep, that's the kind of mindset I have. Figures, it's just another Diva Corleone. And I'm just showing you this. And then, of course, we needed to talk about this. To Bounding into Comics got this article because, well, this company was defending Sweet Baby Inc. and you have this information. U.S. government funded non-profit detectives respond to Sweet Baby Inc. backlash by calling one video game industry to clearly and unequivocally denounce Gamergate. Oh shit. The rabbit hole keeps getting deeper and deeper. Before I go on this article, I'm just going to say this. And just to put my tinfoil hat and make it brighter. There is no surprise that the CIA has always been putting agents in all of those companies. It's a reality. If you see history of the U.S. intervention and clearly Canadian too, because well they were buddies when it comes to deranged shit. At least I know it's European Union, but well, considering this an example of a cooperation within the Canadian government that which is a far leftist that seems for the control the Chinese Communist Party have of their people to the West, and the U.S. is into that. But since the way to control people, they need to brainwash the majority of the population into their fucking ideology so they can be the useful idiots they want to promote the totalitarian state they always been salivating. Yeah, the CIA, it's it's involved in video games. Are you surprised? Honestly, not. Again, look at history. Look how governments, even Russian governments, the KGB, let's not forget that, how they always found ways to insert their propaganda into everything. I mean, you had this Russian dude, Yuri Bezmenov, talking about that. But well, before ranting even more, I need to read you this article. So I'm going to start right now. So, who had a US government funded nonprofit enters the fray around Baby Inc. on their bingo cards? In response to the recent discourse surrounding the work of aforementioned narrative consultation company, the Mental Health in Video Games centric nonprofit organization takes this call on both players and the industry at large to clearly and unequivocally denounce Gamergate. 501c3 non-profit fund in 2014. Well, founded, sorry. Take This describes itself as a mental health organization providing comprehensive resources, support, and consultation tailored for the unique needs of the game development community. You know, hearing this, comes to my mind how these fucking companies hired psychologists to insert microtransactions and make it so fucking aggressive. So the consumers who already bought a certain video game got their wallets dry. Jesus Christ. And now they are using two wokeness. Two things at the same time. Well, far from a minor entity within the industry, a number of noted figures are counted among these companies' governing board members and officers, including Bethesda Marketing's VIP Pete Hines. So fucking fed, fucking CIA, get his ass, get the rope. Ubisoft Vice President of Global Diversity and Inclusion Rashi Shika. Yeah, fucking fed, get him too. And PlayStation's head of Global's portfolio and acquisition, Christian Svensson. Get him too. Yeah, get their asses. Seriously, if they are with the fucking government, they were pushing for all of this ideology. Just I have to remind people, the intervention, the CIA, their own government, pushed for the consumption of drugs in their own government to control their people. Unironically, if you go to history, look at Martin Luther King. They wanted him gone because, well, he wanted to create like a civil war for what was going on with the government endorsing what they call racism, only to get Minecrafted by the CIA, and then their whole group of certain skin were pushed with drugs to make them sabotage the same for the end of times. Then you have the intervention social media. CIA agents going on there. And in the Hollywood market, they need to Ah man, I don't know if I can say it's related, to kids and Hollywood producers. You can get the picture. And again, government intervention. The CIA can't stop taking this mindset of controlling everything and pushing for an ideology of the winning side because, well, they want fascism, they want totalitarianism, or whatever name you can have in the definition in the dictionary to say a government that likes to control their people and Minecraft them if they don't obey. Just like fucking North Korea. Just like fucking China. Just like the just like the Germany of the 40s. Again, some a part of history that no is not only repeating. It never repeated. It's just a cycle never ended. It's a cycle, a vicious cycle. Let's continue. In terms of its ties up to the United States government, per a public disclaimer on their various white papers, their work is funded as a part of an official Department of Homeland Security research project known as Disrupting Video Games Based Radicalization through Collaborative Cross Sector Networks. Are you going to say this too? The feds like to radicalize mentally unstable people to enact mass shootings so they can force their way into banning guns on their people because, well, let's face it, the reason why they want to ban peoples and creating all of these tragedies is because the people with said guns will use them against said government. you know, Sometimes I wish I was incorrect in all of this thinking, but once you see the truth, the lie, the truth, seek the light, and that's finding their way or its way, and well, it's a hard black pill to swallow. Let's continue. This joint project from the Center on Terror Think, Extremism, and Counter-Terror Thing. What did I tell you? The fucking CIA. Oh man, the CIA likes to use their proxies. Well, their minor, their how do you say the pyramidal scheme of organizations to command and conquer. Logically seeks to develop a shared framework for understanding extremism in games. So translation, you just want to take away or escapism or creativity to use it as a way to brainwash people. Ah, fucking hell. Reads the project official's proposal abstract and seen on its official funding application. This includes the development of a set of best practices and centralized resources for monitoring and evaluation of extremist activities, as well as a series of training workshops for the monitoring, detection, and prevention of extremist exploitation in gaming spaces for community managers, multiplayer designers, lore developers, mechanics designers, and trust and safety professionals. So a whole development. I remember this fucking movie Argo when how Iran turned into the fucking totalitarian state in Sharia law, thanks to the fucking U.S. fuck ups. They wanted to take the people from the U.S. embassy out because they were going to be Minecrafted by the Iranese. So the U.S. government created a company in Hollywood. Well, Hollywood back today. Well, still, you get the drill. This company was supposedly to give the gaslighting to the world on how they were creating a movie, and the people inside that U.S. embassy that was being refugees in the Canadian one were actually actors, so they could find a way to take them out. So I can clearly see, even though I mentioned it, a movie that is based on actual truth, actually truth events. It was clearly that yeah they were going to push something into at least this into everything, and I just going to say this even though I putting aside all I said with the fucking tinfoil hat. Let's hear this objectively. People in the US, their taxpayer monies are getting stolen to promote this shitty behavior from the government in power. So a lot of taxpayer money is being used to put useless talentless hacks, useful idiots, to promote propaganda, to brainwash and make their people easy to manipulate. That's what this is. And not only that, they want to push this across the entire world. You heard this from the article at start. PlayStation head of global portfolio. Ubisoft VP of global diversity. Fucking Bethesda marketing VP. We already know they are in fucking globalism. Globalism is fucking communism to the entire world. Is power and control to everything. To control the people, how they think, how they speak. Control. Globalism is just a power control from the elites. And yeah, the elites are from a certain religion that we can't criticize. That's why I keep saying with the whole conflict between Israel and Palestine, you both sides deserve each other. I know how you were playing all of your fucking cards, and everyone else were paying the price. But let's continue. Running to defensive Baby Inc. amidst the ongoing sunlight being shown on their operations, Take This published a blog post on March 11th asserting, if you are reading this, you have probably been hearing about what's now being called Gamergate 2. It's the largest targeted harassment campaign with the gaming industry and it's aiming at Sweet Baby Inc. No, it's the fucking criticism that they fucking deserve. They deserve the call out for their own stupidity, for their own sabotage of the media we care and love. Well, the AAA companies are just fucking rotten at this point. But I know you even want indies to submit to you, to the government of the fucking globalists. Ah, Jesus Christ. We ended in this rabbit hole. So we have the campaign also has been impairing entities and games associated with Save Baby In. Yeah, that's the point. Journalists covering the issue, your useful idiots talking about it. Another associated in various ways with the targets. You also may be allowed to know how to talk about this issue and what, if anything, you can do about it. That's where we come in. Ah, fucking hell. I just get. At this point, I can't get angry anymore. At this point, I just don't care. I just going to. And I can't express anger at this point. It's just expecting. I just fucking disappointment. An expectation of the fucking reality that, well, even if I'm telling you this, what we can do about it? Well, not supporting that, that's for sure. But still, they are going to keep gaslighting even new generations. That's why we need to put a stop to this. How do you do that? By creating a project from an indie or even a company that is willing to stick up to the wokies, that publicly denounce wokeness and all that actually defines being in a globalist agenda, denouncing everything from that fucking side. That's how you can get the trust of the people and force these fucking groups to go bankrupt and these fucking engines being dissolved or being used in another fucking government scheme because, well, that's what the CIA always do. In service of providing such a guidance, the non-profit then declared Discord, Steam, and X have been the predominant platforms where the abuse and harassment has been taking place. So yeah, I know you don't like freedom of speech, so you are just targeting these platforms in these spaces. Lists of game studios and company and associated organizations are being circulated for targeting members of the mob. They histrionically informed their readers. Large scale harassment campaigns like this fuel and are fueled by political events. Because you started said political events, you made it all political. Why are you bitching about it? Ah, I know you why. As political rhetoric heat up ahead of the US presidential election this year, see, they still don't want Trump, and you know, even people who are just fired of the fucking goodness, they just want to vote for Donald Trump at this point. Because you dragged them into this fucking conversation, well, and you wanted to indoctrinate them, you failed miserably. Even normies are finally catching on all of this. So yeah, they want to vote Donald Trump just to end this madness. I just hope if he wins, he needs to make his moves and start doing like Javier Milei and cutting all the blood. Because yeah, politics are here. The fucking fence eaters or the cocks, both male and men and women. Yeah, I got to call them that up too. I say, I don't want to talk about politics. Okay, I don't want to be involved with politics. Sorry, we just got dragged into this. I just want to create good art. Leave me alone from both sides. Yeah, the problem right now here is even when you want to create your own creativity, you are going to get attacked by the side that is winning, and they if they don't like your shit, they are going to make their way into censoring all of what you do. That's why at this point, yeah, I just want to be alone. It's not. It's not here. You have to find your way into even participate in this. I know it doesn't sound coherent, but that's what the reality what they are. What they want to call like a useless run or some fucking child play like the cultural war. Look at this. The fucking government involved into video games. The fucking CIA. Again, I have to keep repeating that name just to stick it to your mind that you have fucking globalists. You want me to sound like a fucking legend? Here you are. You fuck the fucking globalists. Going out of their way to brainwash older people into eating their own fucking shit. All while clapping for fucking sleepy Joe Biden and pushing for everyone for World War III. Jesus Christ. Oh man. Oh people, I just have someone watch this video at the end. This kind of online activity is going to ramp up, and it's important to understand how these phenomena are interrelated. Oh man. To this end, Tech proceeded to offer the industry advice as to things we can do to mitigate the harm of the harassment campaign. In terms of individual action, the company suggested it's extremely important to speak out and step up for folks who are being harmed. The kind of support can take on many different forms. This could be an email on quick check-in in with the people in your orbit who are targets of the harassment, or are close to those targets. Family members, colleagues, and friends, and those targeted also experience different types of harm in this situation. Labeling everything as harm, criticism, and being called out for your fucking stupidity called that as harm. No wonder why we have a word so sensible that they they want to keep using the government to enforce their own security at the expense of their freedom. Because, well, they get bite in the ass at the end for asking for government intervention. Let's continue. Turning to address industry leaders, take this warmth. You may be inclined to be quiet or cautious, but that's actually not helpful. At the time, many studios were hesitant to address the hate and abuse from Gamergate. No, you shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. Everyone calling out a fucking hoe her infidelity because she was just using her punity to get info from the next upcoming video games around that time, got discovered, and then she played victim and even broke the UN just so they could enforce their fucking grift. That's what it says. Let's continue. In any meaningful way, they arc. The reasons varied, but usually this hesitation was born out of fear on losing profits. Oh yeah, of concern taking stats will attract attention of Gamergate mob. So yeah, everyone involved with you, you know how those companies look at fucking Volition Games, look at fucking Rocksteady, look at fucking Microsoft Studios. Uh, this is what we are. This is what we are. Government intervention. Fucking agents of evil forcing their way in to make propaganda and force you to eat it or else. Ah, man. That's pretty much everything I needed to say here. I know this video went too long to my taste and even for you. If you made it to the end, I just want to hear what you have to say in the comment section. Seriously, it's there for you. I'm not going to censor it, or even if you are someone who fucking disagree with me or you call me stupid, I don't care. I just leave it there. I want to know. Everyone who watched this video, take care.